This is the ORICO docking station. Now what makes this awesome is that it comes with a whole bunch of useful ports, but on the back here we can see that it actually comes with SSD storage of 1 terabyte, which is the one that I have here, but it comes in 512 and 2 terabyte configurations. So let's go ahead and unbox this and take a closer look. As you can see, it comes in this really nice blue packaging. All right, there's the docking station. We have ORICO right in the front. It has a really nice silver color. Let's take a look at the back here. So we're gonna get a gigabit Ethernet port, an HDMI port, a USB-A port with up to 5 gigabits per second. We can see the host connection here where it says PC in. This is where you would connect your laptop. And we're also getting a power delivery of 100 watts. Now, these are all located on the back. On the side here, we have some ventilation. And on the front, we're gonna have a combo SD/TF reader here, but only at 3.0 speeds. We get 2 additional USB-As, but one of them is going to be 5 gigabits per second, and the other one is going to be up to 10. And we have an additional USB-C of up to 10 gigabits per second. Overall, we do get a really nice selection of ports here, but what makes this really great is on the bottom here, we can see NVMe right over here, and we can see on the hard disk capacity, we have 1 terabyte, which is awesome. Further inside, they're going to give us a user manual. And then give us a USB-C to C cable. And right over here it says it's up to 10 gigabit per second. So let's go ahead and connect this on a Mac and see what we get. All right, I have the ORICO docking station connected to my 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M4 Max. So I did run a couple of benchmarks on the transfer speeds of this NVMe drive. And what I have here is some pretty good readings here. You're definitely getting the advertised up to 1,000 megabytes per second read. So I was able to test out about 929 read speeds and up to 1,022 write speeds. So it's pretty good considering that this is a combination of a docking station and an internal SSD. So I think that's a really cool feature. Now you're definitely getting the 1 terabyte, as you can see here. It is formatted exFAT. Going over the connection that I currently have right now, we have the USB-C that came in the box connected directly to the MacBook. That will be right over here. I also have an HDMI cable running up to this 1440p OLED display. And right over here, we have a max of 120 hertz. And again, this is for 1440p. For 4K, it'll lock you out at 60 hertz. So I like the fact that, you know, you can have an additional display, which is pretty cool. And over here, I have my mouse and my keyboard connected to the docking station over here. So everything functions perfectly. Same thing with the keyboard here. You can definitely top it out. And over here, I have an SD card here. Now, this one is a really fast one, up to 300 megabytes per second. So this tops out at 3.0 speeds, but it's still great, the fact that you still have an SD card reader. So once I connect that, we can see right over here that the V90 32 gigabyte is automatically detected. So that's an awesome feature, of course, having that already there. Now, all those connections, and we still have room for an additional USB-C up to 10 gigs. And let's not forget that you can still put Ethernet and another USB-A. Now the power delivery over here, this can accept up to 100 watts. But I will say that if you decide to use the cable here, it's gonna depend on your power adapter and what type of cable you use, of course. But a great thing about this is that this allows pass-through charging. So I have this cable connected to a power adapter, and then that power will basically transfer through this USB and then charge the MacBook. So right over here, you do see the MacBook charging perfectly. Now, sometimes you may come across some weird noises, and a lot of it has to do with this charging cable over here. So just keep that in mind when the internal SSD is being utilized and starts to heat up a bit. And the fans, again, when they do kick up, a lot of it has to do with this power adapter here. So if I just take this off, you'll notice that the fan immediately cuts off. Currently benchmarking the SSD speeds internally, and when it's being used very frequently, you can definitely hear the fan start to kick in. And as you can see, the fan just stopped. So when it's detecting heat, of course, the fan is definitely going to kick in. And depending on how hot it gets, that fan will start kicking really hard. But I am benchmarking it as we speak. But other than that, this docking station with a 1 terabyte NVMe SSD is super convenient. And I really like that feature because a lot of docking stations, they definitely take up space, of course. And the fact that this doubles up as an internal SSD is an awesome feature. And I think the price is reasonable considering that you're getting a whole bunch of additional ports. So with that being said, I definitely recommend this ORICO docking station if you're looking for extra ports and a combination of an internal NVMe SSD. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Firewolf out.